heart of Savannah, where history and legend intertwine like the branches of ancient trees, there exists a world unseen by the ordinary eye. Here, the past refuses to stay buried, and the night is alive with secrets. Welcome to a city where the veil between the living and the dead is as thin as the morning fog, where creatures of legend walk among us, hidden in plain sight, and ancient pacts still hold sway over the living and the supernatural alike. From the restless spirits that roam the old plantations to the mythical beings lurking in the shadows of the city's winding alleys, Savannah is a place where every street corner hides a tale, and every nightfall brings a new chapter in a story as old as the city itself. This is the story of Savannah's secrets, where the supernatural is not just a whisper in the wind, but a pulse that beats through the very soul of this haunted city. Are you ready to uncover the truth? Welcome to Mythic Savannah.
So whose notes tonight? Is it Brittany or Abby or wait, who took
I was
notes
just about to check. 7:18. Shoot, it's me again. Okay.
again?
I can do it tonight.
Do
I was like, didn't you guys
you
swap
wanna?
like your
I,
Uh,
weeks?
s- I
I don't
swapped with
remember.
I swapped with Davy a long time ago, but I'm willing to do it tonight.
I would appreciate that. I say again because I just did it on Wednesday, but
Yeah, he
Right.
did. She did.
I will do it tonight
okay.
because I can't guarantee I will be here later.
Let me make sure that I'm gonna be here next time.
Cause
Oh yeah,
it's my show
that should be fine.
season, so I just never know.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I'll switch you. I'll switch you for this week and next week.
Cool. Teamwork. So welcome back with that little scheduling out of the way. We are back after having missed a game and ready to go. Can we get somebody to give us a recap so everybody knows where they left off at?
Right. Okay. So it was season 2, episode 3, The House Beyond Wormsloe. So we started it off with Char successfully summoning the mad spirit that could be made out within the steam that was being generated. Petra tried to sense its aura, but that somehow temporarily blinded her through a botched roll. The shape in the steam was tall, broad shoulders, early 50s, wearing scorched coveralls, seemed to have burn scars across his neck, chest, and arms. And he had a melted and blistered left side of his face, and his mouth was twisted. He was angry and letting off even more steam. Effectively, then, what happened was some partial ghost busting as Sly was exalting the team and trying to get the homeowner out who was freaking out beyond the capacity for rational thought. Meanwhile, Petra was trying to exorcise the demon, banish it, rebuke it using some of her abilities. And Joe was coming at it with an accidental frost breath, which did do something to it. And then it responded by messing with her brain, which made her just kind of frenzy at it, more or less, swiping at it with claws. And that seemed to be enough. All of that stuff dissipated it, but there was still a lingering anger and presence throughout the house. Let's see here. So, uh, after that, we then looked throughout the house to see if there was anything that could have caused that to happen, and we ended up finding an iron skillet that seemed to have been embedded in a wall behind some cabinets from about 1939. It was that old. And it had some dried material on the back, which may have been blood. So it may have been a murder weapon against the angry spirit. That's at least the running theory. So Petra sent some of that information to Yong to find out about the area, and he found out that Elijah Barnum died in a kitchen explosion on that property. Comments mentioned he may have been abusive to his kids. So we then asked the homeowner if he knew anything about the property or that happening, and he said that he'd bought the house in '91 from the city. He had heard about the gas leak explosion a long time ago, and he's going to be headed to a hotel until we finally deal with the haunting. Petra and Joe went out back and looked through auras, found some shapes. There's a lot of spirits there looking at the place. Let's see here. And then Petra placed some wards on the house so nothing could get in or out spirit wise. We then went to meet up with Sean at NOS HQ. On the way, Joe got some information from one of her contacts regarding the house. There may have been a younger lad, age 16, who may have been the one who caused the murder, ultimately. So we then spoke to Sean, and he said the way to exercise it is we need its name and something related to it. Seems like we have both of those things, but we've decided to look a little deeper into the mystery behind his death and what happened there to see if there's anything else we need to know before we try to exorcise the bad guy, Elijah Barnum. There you go.
For some reason, I just keep channeling Ace Ventura at that point. I have exorcised demons. This house is clear. Loser. Anyways, so I will let all of you pick up from there. It is the next day at this point. If I recall, was the ward good for a week?
I think it was 2 weeks.
Was it 2 weeks?
It depends on the door, because some were like 1 week, some were 2. Because I
Gotcha.
did it three spots.
Right. But plenty of time still.
Yeah.
Ultimately, that's all I'm worried about. Okay, so who wants to pick it up?
So Sly will put in the group chat. So, what do we want to find out first regarding our current task at Wormsloe?
Let's see.
Side note, I'm probably at the pack house, right? Jerome?
Yes, probably. Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm going to mention to the group that if we're interested, the group as in the pack, if we're interested in potentially buying this house, probably Courtney and Hank should do that instead of me or Yong, because that would look really suspicious after running this guy out with a haunting. So,
Okay.
just for future reference, if he decides he wants to sell the house, we should not have me or Yong as the face of that purchase.
Correct. Okay. Hank keeps that in mind.
Okay. Good.
And he'll talk it over with Yong. He obviously doesn't have that kind of money. It's going to have to come from Yong
I mean,
somehow. But...
the money would be a separate issue we could work out, but yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna pack up some salt and head over to NOS headquarters, and I'll tell the group that I'm headed over.
Sure. Okay. So it sounds like there's going to be a meetup then at the offices of Night Watch Occult Solutions.
And I would probably tell Sean also.
Of course. Right. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and keep role playing. I'll be right back. One side.
Charlotte would say in the text, "On my way," and she probably brings Rose with her.
It does make me wonder, like, okay, I know we want to find out kind of like, the history, and I think we kind of can put some pieces together on this, but is there a specific reason that we need to find out about all this, or is it to try to get the exorcism done, like, successfully?
Probably
like,
that.
does that tie into it somehow? I don't know. Never done
Well,
one.
we needed to find something that belonged to that person, correct?
Something of
Yeah.
significance is, I believe, how Sean put it, which, I mean,
So we were looking
if-
for clues to something that would be significant to that.
Probably the frying pan is not
I was-
sufficient.
That's why I was wondering, like, we don't know that technically. We know it's significant in that it might have been the murder weapon here, but like, what did he really own in that house besides the house itself?
Yeah, maybe there's something in the attic.
Or you said the city owned it before. Maybe the city put something in a museum? Like if it was old.
Is it a historical building? Like, has it been preserved of that status?
I mean, it's a really nice old house, so quite possibly
But it's not
it
owned
would be a
by the city
historical.
anymore.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's. I mean,
Would the owner possibly know if there were any artifacts?
oh yeah, maybe they took over the house and everything kind of got left behind. And what did they do with the stuff that was left behind?
Maybe.
But would it be
Good question.
significant? Or do we need a...
Do we need to find whoever the 16-year-old was, however old he is now? Do we need to find them and talk to them about this?
I
I
know.
mean, I'd rather not bring up old ghosts.
Old memories, yeah. I
What
guess
if they have something that's significant to Elijah Barnum?
Then we would need to contact them, wouldn't we?
So then, what do we approach first?
We could talk to the homeowner and see if there was anything left when they bought the house, and that'll give us somewhere to look
yeah.
for
That's
one.
easy. We could do that with a phone call, and he'll
Yeah.
either tell us yes or no. If no, then we move on to the next thing.
Mhm.
If yes, we just ask him to tell us or show us what it is.
Okay.
Or try to use the frying pan as a last resort.
Well, yeah,
Sly,
we have that.
you
That's
had
fine.
you had kind of a rapport with him. Why don't you make that call?
Yeah, sure thing. Should we assume that we're all like at NOS HQ at this point?
Mhm.
We're okay. So then, yeah, we'll go ahead and use the NOS HQ phone since it's official, and we'll go ahead and contact the homeowner since we did exchange that information last time,
Mhm.
And see if he picks up.
Okay. Yeah, he picks up right away. Hello?
Hello, sir. Yeah, this is Sly from Nightwatch Occult Solutions. How are you doing this morning?
Doing all right. That you don't need to know all the details, but when they say they have a continental breakfast, they're supposed to have a continental breakfast.
Hmm.
Not a muffin and cookies.
Yeah, you know what? I hear you. I've been hit by that a few times myself. Fortunately, I may have some better news depending on your answer to a question or two I've got for you. If you have just a minute or two to talk.
I do, but this sounds sort of ominous.
Well, not exactly. We're just trying to find ways to make it a little easier to de-haunt your premises, so to speak. So, to get us on that track, we're trying to find out if there were any artifacts, any possessions that were in the house when you bought it back in '91. Do you remember? Did the city leave anything within the house that was there? when you
No,
got it?
no, not that I recall.
No.
It was all pretty cleaned out. It was just dusty.
Okay, gotcha. And it like you don't think your family members may have like come across something that didn't belong to anybody, picked it up and didn't mention it, anything like that? I know I'm kind of just grasping at a few straws here, but I'm just trying to cross off this thing on my checklist, you know?
No, we didn't have anything, or we didn't spot anything of that nature
Okay,
when we purchased the property and the home.
gotcha. Okay, excellent. That does narrow down what we'll need to do. I will be calling you within the next day for an update, just to make sure. Maybe even by tonight, just depending on how quick our research and methods take. But I am confident we'll be able to take care of this for you pretty quickly. While you have me on the line, did you happen to have any questions that I could field for you regarding what's going on?
It doesn't sound like you have any. So no, none right now.
Okay.
I'm curious as to what you might find out after you do whatever it is you're going to do, though.
Absolutely. And we will, of course, let you in on everything that we find. That way you're fully aware of what's going on, why this even happened in the first place, measures we took to take care of it. And we can all but guarantee that nothing like this will come back. This type of thing, it just depends on what's actually affecting the house. I know it's not exactly common knowledge, I understand, but keep in mind, we're experts. We've done this sort of thing before. We'll get it taken care of for you. So I do appreciate your time this morning, sir, and I'll contact you again tonight with an update.
Okay. Well, thanks for the update.
Bye-bye. All right. So essentially, no, they didn't find anything on the premises. They didn't have to pick anything up. So nothing of that nature.
Dang. Okay. What was that dead end?
Do we call the
Um,
city or do we try and find the 16-year-old?
Trying to get things through. I think we'd have an easier time dealing with however old that 16-year-old would be now. Let's see here.
What about evidence from the crime scene? Maybe
Do you
there's.
think they still have all that?
I mean, I've watched a fair amount of procedurals. Don't they just have a big storeroom of evidence that they just hold on to for years and years and years?
They might.
Is it
Cold cases and
like
all of
cold
that.
cases? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's fair.
I don't know.
Where in the world would
I
they
don't know
hold
that
all of that?
I don't know
That's
that
something
this
that
would be
old.
a cold case, but maybe if we could maybe talk to somebody that was involved in the case or something like that. That's what they would do on
Hmm.
TV.
We'd have to
know,
have
find
some sort
that-
of.
Yeah, find that hard-bitten detective that's retired, and of course
Right.
he would remember every detail from the case. That's how it works.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I have like a contact there, but I mean, I've already kind of tapped into that a little bit. Might be a little too early for me to go back to him
Yeah,
just yet.
remind me what we got from. What did they tell us anything?
They were able to tell us that there was a police report and everything filed from before, and the abusive relationship
Oh,
with
that's right.
with his kids and stuff. And the mom like left, and yeah, all that.
Did that report
Hmm.
provide the names of the kids?
Did that Jerome report provide the names of the kids?
I
Nope,
think it
they-
didn't
they
because
were
it
minors.
was yeah.
Okay. But I mean, kids, they have a record of birth. I mean, he was their dad. We know his name. We know the kid's name. Surely we can.
We need a hacker.
Hmm.
Where are we going to find a hacker?
Do we
I
really?
mean,
need
I'm not a hacker, but I'm fairly good with
We're-
computers.
Charlotte, do you have any minions that are really good with computers?
I can ask Rose and see what she can dig up.
Or maybe
Good
if
to
we
know
can find
you
out.
consider Rose a minion. Okay.
Yeah, maybe somebody can do some sleuthing and figure out, like maybe get a copy of the report, or I don't know, some kind of I mean, we've got a last name. Presumably, the children's have the same last name. I mean, it's possible that they could have changed it since then, but I mean, that would give us somewhere to start.
Right. Well, who has a contact in that area of life? Anybody? Going once,
No.
We're all too old to be good with computers.
Yeah.
I don't have a contact. I just am good at them, but I don't have any sort of I
Do
mean,
we have a laptop? The
I think we'd have a desktop.
or something. Do we have a
At the
computer
office, yeah.
What about our friend?
Oh, yeah. Our friend who lives in the computer,
Yeah.
so to speak. Maybe he could find something out.
What's his name?
Clive.
Clive.
Yeah, maybe Clive can find something for us.
Clive.
Let's go ahead and pull out the phone again and see if I can call Clive.
Okay, well, he picks up.
Hey there, Clive. Sly over here at Hanas HQ. How you doing?
I am doing quite all right, thank you. How are you, sir?
Not bad. Not bad. Giving you a call because we are trying to obtain some information. We're hoping that you and your skills would be sufficient to get it. Would you mind coming over here and we could just kind of talk to you?
One moment, please.
And he holds the phone out away from himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rip.
Excellent. All right. So, how did we want Clive to do this? Where is he going to try to get this information exactly?
However, he, I mean, I guess I could talk to him just here.
He is in front of you.
Clive, how are you with computer hacking for information?
Who is asking?
we.
Us.
He says, unofficially, I do happen to know my way around some.
Okay, this is what we're looking for. In order to exercise this ghost, we need some object of significance. We're trying to find out if there was anything collected, maybe from the crime scene, in the fire. If there was anything from the house that was collected and placed somewhere when the city took it over, or if alternately, if we could find out the names of his children, maybe we could find out from them. So those are the avenues that we're kind of trying to chase down.
I think I might be able to assist.
Okay. Excellent.
So he just sits down at the desk and boots up the computer.
I'm gonna stand back and watch, see if maybe he puts his hands into the computer, or if he actually types, or if, I want to see how this works.
So yeah, so what you so the only physical action he really does, obviously, is turn the computer on.
Hmm.
And then as it's loading, he's making some soft, subtle noises, almost as if like the hard drive platters were spinning, and the boot up sequence sounding like an older, like Pentium computer might be, booting up, as opposed to the nice, soft, almost no noise modern day computers.
Like the Windows ding. Do 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 do.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. And so he loads that up, and he's just looking. So what he's doing is he just has his hands on the desk and he's just looking at the computer. And you see it kind of sort through windows all by itself, pull up, a browser, and it just goes, it spits out a URL, and he just starts surfing the web. You see him log into Ancestry.com. and then then from there he ends up going back into what looks to be like the admin side of things, and then he pauses for a second, and you hear him kind of like vocally fidget a bit, like muttering and whatnot to himself, and then you see the dots of like a login and password display on the screen, and he goes back in and he starts looking. It's not like hard-coded data. It's like somebody who has access to the administration side, so that you could access from behind. And so he just starts looking through and starts pulling up information. Obviously, it has ways of test assembling family trees and whatnot for updates or to help debug if that crops up. And so he's starting to go through that a little bit. And he says, I have located the individual that you were looking for. He says, Mr. Eli Barnum, he had, I have 2 children listed. One, the oldest, his name is Casper. And his younger brother, his name is Henry.
Do you have whereabouts or contact information?
This is Ancestry.com, ma'am. Unfortunately, I do not have that information here.
I mean, it doesn't say like where they live?
Correct.
Like that.
It does not.
Okay. Well, we don't have phone books anymore.
You could use an online people finder with some of this information, and through some
Or
searching, you might be able to
a
find it.
social media website.
That could work. Well, yeah, let's just do a simple search if it's that easy.
Okay,
See if we
sure.
can find them.
Why not?
Okay, well, you go through and start finding what. In fact, Rachel, why don't you give me a roll? You're going to need to roll, not technology, but computers. So it's going to be intelligence and computers.
Intelligence and computers. Okay.
Yeah, the technology that you have for computers is the building and putting it together and knowing the parts and whatnot.
And my computer aptitude reduces that difficulty by 2. So.
Yes.
So difficulty 4 then, and I'm rolling.
Oh darn.
5, yeah, with a specialty. Cool. Rolls.
Thank you, Savannah's Harper.
You're right. Yeah.
4 dash. Awesome. 8.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay then.
3 of those were 10s. I didn't get a single 4, y'all.
Dang.
I think that was successful.
Man, I should be a hacker. I'm telling you.
So Joe takes a moment and goes all the way to the other end of the of the room and does this like jumping spin, like slam dunk maneuver that Jordan might do, only to press the enter key. Tink.
It's that magic touch.
So you have collected obviously the name, the father's name, the children's name, and their last name. You also have their dates, like their dates of birth, respectively, and that gives you enough as you're sorting through online people finding websites. It takes you a bit, but once you narrow it down by information that seems to be matching, and that lines up, you are 95% certain you think you've tracked down the oldest son.
Mm.
Casper seems to live in Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah, here he is. Found him.
Missouri, huh?
He's
That's
in Missouri.
not convenient. What about the other one?
Do I need to roll for the other one? Wait, I got birth dates and stuff. I found the oldest one so far.
I'm not gonna make you reroll. So you're
Okay.
looking for the youngest as well.
Yeah.
Okay. He actually lives in Henry. Sorry, Henry lives in Tucson, Arizona.
Arizona.
Hey, we're gonna be going to Arizona here soon,
Mm.
in a few days, to go to that hotel meeting.
Hoping we'd get this wrapped up before
Oh
then.
man, it's gonna be hot. Bring shorts.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, this other one's he's in Arizona.
Huh.
Well, I guess that leaves us with a phone call. Perhaps I can't imagine this going well.
Yeah,
over
I
the
mean,
phone.
yeah, that's interesting. I don't know if we want to how we want to approach this if we even want to, but we need something more concrete than a iron skillet, right?
I mean, unless he used that is significant to him.
Well, we think it's what did him in, but I don't know if it belonged to him specifically. It might have been his wife's who left it there from before, technically. I mean, I don't know how the possession of things transfers when the other person leaves. Like, I just
Maybe
don't
we
want you to
should.
try it and
Did
not
it
be able to do it,
did it have an aura?
I
The
didn't check
pan?
the aura.
Did. It did. That's how I found it.
Oh, yeah.
Then it must have some significance.
Hmm.
I would consider a murder weapon pretty significant. Too.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, I don't know. We could try it, and worst case, it's still haunted, and we try round 2.
That's a good point.
I concur.
Sorry, we did all that work just to get back to square one.
So
We're
we
doing our due diligence, and
True.
this is what our
Any
second
proper
go-round.
investigator would do their due diligence. That's right.
So we go back to the house and try using
The
the frying
skillet.
pan.
Yeah. You think you have everything else that you need then? You know his name. We have the skillet. Do you have everything you need for your ritual?
I brought some salt. Again, I haven't really done this before either, so
Well, Sean was willing to help out. That's right.
that's true. Yeah. I'll let him know that we're gonna head over to check it out or to give it a try.
Okay.
So I'll give Sean a quick call.
Okay.
I don't know
Question,
if you want to play
Jerome.
through it or just take the message.
Answer, Abby.
Charlotte knows how to summon ghosts, but she doesn't know how to exorcise them, or would that be part of her knowledge? Like, could
No,
she assist?
That's different.
Okay.
You could attempt to assist in summoning, but you don't really have any way of controlling them or expelling them.
Mhm.
It's like
Cool. I just wanted that.
your version of necromancy right now allows you to like call them forth if they're around. Compels them to speak to you.
Yeah, depending on how high I roll, depends on how if I have any control over them. But
Yeah, and I can't summon them. I can apparently communicate, ward, and expel. So
So
Different
together,
tools.
we should be able to have it covered.
We shall see.
And I'll be in the background cheering you all on as you all do the heavy lifting. Thank you very much. I appreciate it,
Ditto.
ladies.
Ditto.
Okay. All right, so I guess we'll jump in the car and head over there.
Let's do it.
Okay. So you get there. Eventually, Sean does show up. Pulls up outside in his particular car.
I believe I took the skillet with me tonight. I think I put it in my sweater.
I don't recall.
You did.
Oh, you did. Yes, that's right. Because we were laughing because if something
right back.
happened, you're going to be like Sonic with the rings and like all kinds of stuff. It's going to fall everywhere.
I mean, won't that be an interesting show and tell?
Like, oh no.
See what skeletons are in my closet.
It's not a closet. What skeletons are in your cardigan?
Yes.
I don't have any skeletons in there.
That you
I
know
have
of.
you know. That I know of. Okay. It's mostly just pointy things. Mostly.
Well, so
okay.
we head to
So,
the
yeah.
house after contacting Sean.
Yes. So everybody travels back from the office, meeting up at the
Weird.
meeting up at the back at the house. Sean, of course, is just waiting outside for whatever direction that all of you are going to provide.
Shall I summon the ghost?
Well, I mean, let's get inside. Sean, how big should this circle be? And all of us need to be inside it? And I'll pull a canister of salt out of my sweater.
He says yes.
Where do we want to do it?
It needs to be an unbroken circle, preferably in a room with enough space.
Okay. Living room?
We can push all the furniture aside and
That works.
There we go.
Okay. So I'll start drawing a circle with salt.
I start pushing furniture.
Okay.
Same here.
So Sean does as well.
I'll help wherever.
Okay. Yeah. Everybody's getting chairs and furniture and whatnot moved serendipitously over to the side just to get it out of the way. So, and Petra is kind of walking around and making a circle big enough for everybody. Brittany, why don't you give me an intelligence and occult roll?
Intelligence and occult. Did you say occult lore?
Occult.
Oh, okay. 5. Difficulty what?
Difficulty 6.
3.
3. You do a good job of making the circle look official. At first, the angle you sort of took, you paused. You're like, that's going to make it look like an oval. No, I'm going to make like a full circle.
Is the shape that important?
I mean, it can be. The important part is it's unbroken. But you line it up. You get everything ready to go, and
Is there a breeze? We broke a window or something, right?
In the
That was
kitchen,
in
I
the
thought.
kitchen. Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm also going to lock the front door
okay,
just for prudence.
sure.
Don't want somebody coming in on us. Make
So-
sure all the doors are closed.
So who is doing what?
All right, I will ask Sean to kind of walk us through this.
Well, I can help with the expelling. I don't communicate with them really.
Okay, so we need to summon him first, or call him here.
Correct.
Okay.
Right. I think that means I'm up. I will summon him.
And Sly will go, all right, you three, go to it. And he's going to exult.
Okay.
Woohoo!
Everyone's going to get a boost, hopefully. Okay.
And where is this? There it is. Discord.
Three successes, so you'll each get 3 dice bonus.
Nice.
So intelligence and occult, correct?
Yes.
And it costs 1 magic point. And difficulty 6? It doesn't say in my spell.
Yeah, 1 sec. Technically, that would be correct.
Each rolls willpower against a difficulty of the opponent's willpower.
There you go. I knew that there was something opposing. So in this case, yes, 6.
Seriously? Okay. 1 success.
Okay, so you compel. You don't hear or feel or see anything as of this point.
Okay. Can I attempt it again?
You can.
Okay. I will use another magic point and attempt it again.
Okay.
I'm going to say, like, she's a little shaky after the first time.
Sure.
Okay. And there we go. 7 successes.
Wow. Okay. So you compel again at this point. And the house becomes darker. It's the middle of daytime. It's as if dark cloud cover was covering outside, even though you can tell that that's not the case. You know how, like, if it suddenly got rainy all of a sudden, or looked really overcast when you're inside, and it suddenly just it's not like dark. You can still see around if the windows are open. But it is noticeably darker. It's as if there was a shadow that kind of fell over the house. Even though when you look outside, it's still bright and sunny.
All right. Eli, are you here?
And then Charlotte, you end up hearing in your ear, "A shepherdess makes quite a mess, but little lambs are lovely."
What does that mean, Eli?
And then you actually feel like your hair kind of being lifted a little bit,
Ugh.
as if something or someone is gently brushing your cheek.
He's here. And she like rubs her cheek like
We're all inside the circle, right?
Correct.
Shouldn't it not be able to come in the circle?
Why don't you give me a roll? Do you have anything? Do you have a lore for spirits? You Ghostbuster, you.
9.
Okay, so you can roll your intelligence, or are you saying you just have the lore of 9?
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
I am suddenly an expert. 1 success.
Okay.
With all those dice.
So, your first thought, again, you're not skilled at this, but your first thought was, right, so the circle is in place, the protective circle, I should say, is in place. They should, a spirit shouldn't be able to reach across.
Is it not a spirit? Okay, I'm going to use my ring
Okay.
to aura percept. And that is perception and
Empathy. Difficulty 8.
Oh, okay. 4.
Yeah, still works.
Wow. So you came ready this time. Adjusting your
I'm on
glasses.
edge.
Adjusting your glasses, making sure you don't get blinded again, sort of thing.
Not using the glasses anymore. I have a ring.
No, ring.
Yep.
Yeah.
Charlotte has the glasses.
Gotcha.
They look better on her anyway. I look like a librarian in my sweater, and it's just, yeah.
So you
Too much.
adjust real quick, and you can see something is in the circle, and there is a
Playing with Charlotte's hair.
Yeah, there's a shape that's sort of embracing Charlotte.
Charlotte will casually ask, so, why do you linger here?
Jerome, what does the aura look like, mood-wise?
Hmm. One second.
Also, does it look like a ghost, or does it look like something else?
Very good. All right. So, you see let's see. It is currently displaying dark green, and the shape is that of a humanoid shape with large, almost bat-like wings that come off off their back. Flowing, wiry hair, and kind of the body itself is very ghastly looking, and eyes that aren't there and sunken in. Like it's very, very detailed.
Graphic?
Correct.
Wow, I'm not supposed to see that easily. I was just wondering if it's like angry or wait, you said dark green.
I did.
Where's my link?
Dark green is envious.
Haha, get it? Green. Envy.
Um, that seems different from the person we were talking to yesterday.
What are you seeing?
I didn't get a good look at him last night, but did he have bat wings?
I don't remember seeing bat wings in the steam. Bat wings? The thing you're seeing has bat wings?
There's Charlotte's got um a hanger on right now, and you said you're still cursed, right? I wonder, is this related to that? Do you carry it around with you? This
No,
buddy?
I don't think so. I think if the color, if I'm remembering correctly, he may be jealous that I can come back from the dead, but that is a guess. Eli, why do you linger here?
Why do you keep referring to me as Eli?
I don't. That's not Eli, obviously. Eli doesn't have bat wings.
Who are you?
Elijah's the guy that we were.
So
Right.
he says, "Right, I give you my name and give you power over me." No, no, that's not how we play the game.
Oh gosh.
And you feel fingers going through your hair.
Is she the only one who can hear him?
No,
I'm gonna give Sean a look like, are you seeing this?
yeah, he sees it. And he's right now he's looking, at the circle, trying to make sure that it wasn't broken.
What should we call you, if not by some other name?
Why don't you just refer to me as Wolf?
Right, Wolf. Why do you occupy this house?
It was entertaining for a time.
Oh.
Why do you seek Eli?
Because he's troubled and we wish to put him to rest. Back to wherever he belongs.
I'm aware he's troubled. That was half the fun.
Mm.
So you are the cause of Eli's troubles?
No, of course not. He did those to himself.
How long have you been here?
For a time. How long are you going to be here?
For a time.
Wordplay.
Good, because I do so love your marvelous skin.
Thank you. I am assuming you do not have a body or a host.
I do not. But since we're getting intimate, are you interested?
Absolutely not.
He says you don't know what you're missing.
Mm.
Not interested.
How did you get inside the circle?
And so he turns. You can actually see him. I mean, everybody can hear him, but you can actually see him. He turns and he says, "Salt doesn't stop me."
Not a wraith.
No, of course not. What made you think that I was a wraith? High cholesterol?
Because we.
Wraiths is what we came looking for.
And what I summoned.
Well, I'm
apparently-
well aware what Eli is.
Where is he now?
Detained.
By whom?
The owner of
Who
this
else?
house.
Which is you? Wolf?
You catch on quickly.
Hmm.
Then why do you stay here if you have him contained?
For entertainment purposes.
Are you the reason he can't be at peace?
Of course not.
You're not keeping him from moving on?
Why would I do such a thing? His torment is his own.
Then what are you exactly?
So he turns and he looks and he says, "Oh. Interesting."
Are you said, are you one of the fallen?
In a manner of speaking, yes. Although I have not found a body to be so chummy with. And Petra, you see he starts looking over Sly for a second.
I'm gonna reach out to Sly and kind of like tug his arm
one of those
away.
numbers that push him back a step.
Mutter into his ear, "I'm pocket for you."
Blink twice if you need it.
He wants to know about the extended warranty. It's for the house, you know.
Is there anything else in this house? Any other entities besides you and Eli?
No, I'm afraid you chased the others away.
Thank heaven for small favors.
So, were you bringing them here? Calling to them?
Of course. I must have my entourage, after all.
How have you been able to stay the way you are without being pulled back to the abyss if you are what you say you are?
Quite a bit changed. When the sky turned red,
That's what I was afraid of.
Joe visibly goes, kind of like, that might be a little her fault.
So you managed to escape, but it's not pulling you back.
Sounds like the veil has been thinned a bit. Or maybe has some cracks in it now.
And Petra's hand is just kind of like resting on her cross.
Okay.
A tick.
The demon book that I got that cursed me,
Uh
did it say anything about banishing demons?
huh. No, but that was a
Dang
good
it.
try.
Darn it.
Hey, for effort.
I'm gonna kind of
No,
look to Sean and
basically
go
in the
ahead.
notes it gives you kind of a breakdown of their politics.
Yeah. And name having power over them and
Right.
that stuff, yeah.
I'm gonna kind of turn to Sean and say, "Any ideas, Morpheus?"
So he looks to Charlotte at this point.
Yes, Wolf.
No, not Wolf, Sean.
Oh,
Because you can't
yes.
see him. You can only feel his touch.
Sorry, yeah.
Petra's right now the only one that can see him.
Right. Yes, Sean.
He's looking to Petra, again, and he says, I don't know if you want me to do anything or what exactly. If I do, it might get uncomfortable for some of you.
Ah,
Mm.
well,
Is the circle the barrier for that?
No,
Maybe some of
Wolf,
us should step outside.
Wolf, I'm going to give you a fair warning. These people know what they're doing. We simply don't want you here. We want this premises to no longer be haunted. Would you be willing to help us do that and leave, go elsewhere?
he says, then you should make an offer that I can't refuse.
Well, brother, depends on what exactly you wish. You haven't found a host. I find that interesting. That tends to be the very first thing that we do. But you didn't. Why?
I didn't
Simply
feel compelled to.
Right. You might want to try it at some point. Just saying. Gives you a new perspective on things.
Oh, no. That's quite all right. I kind of like being a free-floating apparition.
Are you interested in meeting more of the fallen?
Why are you offering that, Char?
he says, interesting. I was thinking more along the lines of you replacing my home since you seem to be so antagonistic to this one. I am willing to do business if you are. But if the Christians wish to get in the way and invoke the name of the Creator, then I'm certain we can prolong the agony of individuals here at a later date.
What do you want, Wolf?
I was presented with some relative terms from your friend here. I wish to see those met.
What type of house would you want? What type of location do you desire?
I'm not really picky when it comes to what it looks like. But I would like one that has occupancy. Something I can play with.
Jerome, do I know of any Giovanni potential spots that
Ooh.
you know
Yeah.
could
Ooh.
maybe
A Giovanni Haven.
you know
You would betray him like
potentially?
that?
The-
I
Now-
think they could take care of him. That's my thought.
they would welcome such visitors.
I think they would enjoy the challenge, but I don't know them. I don't feel like I'd be betraying them. I mean, there's common hangouts, but I mean, I'm just curious as to if I know potentially based on who I worked with.
That wasn't really your wheelhouse, but I'll give you
No,
a
it wasn't.
I'll give you a
But
roll for it just in case. So why don't you give
just because
me
an epiphany
wits?
roll, sure.
Give me a wits and give me wits and occult.
Okay.
Difficulty
Wait,
9.
Okay.
Would a
Okay.
demon be bad news for them? It would, wouldn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause-
They
especially a
hate
fallen
demons.
Wait,
demon.
'cause-
Oh man.
Yeah, if I forgot this goes into infernal territory,
Oh,
and
yeah.
vampires are all.
You know what? I'm still gonna roll because
Just
I already
about
brought it
that.
up, and I was like, "Oh, I might have one of those. Oh, never mind. Moments. We'll see. Wits and occult. So difficulty,
Difficulty 9.
9. So wits
9.
3.
Also,
occult
Jerome, for the
2.
note, can you tell me what the shepherdess and the lambs thing he
I'm
said?
gonna burn a will for an auto.
Sure.
Thank you. Roleplay and notes is hard.
All right. So,
It is, isn't it?
5 space 9. No specialties. 2 with the auto.
Okay. You're not entirely sure. You're going to have to probably run it by somebody. But you did overhear mention of a house that had been giving the family some trouble, spectrally speaking, like ghost wise. And that's the only reason why you remember it, because you do cars, you do mechanics. Overhearing that type of conversation in the shop was like, oh, what? That
Unusual.
it's like completely
Yeah, even though the
unusual.
shop is owned by the Giovanni. Yeah.
Right. That's not something they would typically speak about in a place like that. But so there may be something there, like a direction you could probably shoehorn in, if you run it by them first for clarity,
Okay.
because you don't really know, you just know of something.
Okay. I kind of just kind of slide over to Sly, and I just feel like, I might need to talk to somebody, but I might know a house potentially.
He's just going to torture them.
Well, the good news is, and she's like this. It's owned by the Giovanni. Well, not owned, but it's associated with them. But they deal with this.
Really, they deal with. I doubt they've dealt with anything like wolf. Not to toot
Yeah.
horns or anything, but
Technically, this is a problem house. I just thought it might, I don't know, get him out of this one, but at the same time, I don't want to be on a bad side. But let me run it by them first. Maybe they might have a plan. I'm just saying. Let me ask. All I can do is ask.
they're willing
Maybe
to
we can buy
ask.
some time. Maybe give me a day or two, and doesn't hurt to try, right?
No, of course not. It doesn't hurt to try.
Doesn't hurt to try, right? Sly.
We all need to leave this house and have a discussion.
Yeah, we got some wandering ears, and she kind of gives him a look. All right, let me ask around.
Right. So I'm going to go outside. If anyone wants to join me to talk about things, meet me out there. And he turns around, leaves, and heads out the door.
Uh,
I will follow him. I will follow him.
Char's like unsure. She wants to follow him, but she's like, I summoned him. Will I? He's just like attached to me now.
Just stay. Let me.
Yeah,
Okay.
if she moves, does he move with her?
He's actually preventing her from leaving. He,
Ah.
he has a hand on her chest.
Mm. Can I move? Can I touch him at all?
No, I mean when you reach out, there's nothing there.
Does she feel like frozen in
Yeah,
place?
like somebody's
Okay.
holding their hand against her chest, preventing her from leaving.
Yeah,
He's-
I'm
He
I'm
says
gonna like
he says 1 moment.
I'm gonna like quietly draw my sword. Just because I'm getting creeped out and I don't like the way this feels.
Okay, sure.
And you can see him like
Right.
Oh,
touching
yes.
She can
Char,
see him, yeah.
stopping him. Yeah.
So he whispers into Charlotte's ear and he says, "Before you exit, I have a task for you. A simple one. Would you oblige?
Depends on what it is.
Meat. There is some in the refrigerator. I simply require you to pull it out and place it briefly into the oven.
Why?
I have a guest that I need to feed.
What is it?
A guest.
Oh my god.
And why do you want me to do this menial task? Well, you can obviously touch me. Why can't you do it yourself?
Because it is easier for you to do so than me. And it would
And
seem this oven is of some importance to your little group, so I wish to observe.
the oven is important. Explain. Is that important to Eli?
Gas main break.
He
what
says
happened.
it's a seems to be a part of your investigation.
All right. I'll put it in the oven.
Thank you. It's
She's like,
already in a tray. The original homeowner had planned to cook it earlier, or I should say today. But you've ran him off with Eli's antics.
yes. She's like super suspicious, but she goes to the fridge.
Okay. So
And
you open up the fridge, and there's it looks like there's a good sized cooking tray in there that has 3 steaks set up. They're not cooked; they're still raw. They're ready to be seared and then put in the oven or on a grill.
okay, and she'll just take the tray and take if there's plastic on the steaks, she'll
Nope,
take it off.
there's not.
Nope.
They were ready to be cooked. It's just they're seasoned
Oh.
and everything.
Okay, well she'll just put them in the oven then and close it.
Excellent. And you no longer feel him in your way.
Okay. I'm like, is he trying to start the house on fire again? Like,
Nope. No, it's an electric oven. So
okay. She's just like flabbergasted about like this is the silliest favor.
he said it was simple.
Yep. Well, she then walks outside
Okay.
to see Sly.
So all of you step outside.
I don't want to step outside.
You're staying put.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Sean
Let
is
Sean
going
go
to.
then.
Sean is not going to leave you there.
I mean, I'm not. Okay. If Sean thinks I should go, then I'll go. Is he trying to like convince me to go?
No, Sean is just there to support you. If you're staying, he's staying.
Out of character, what is it specifically that we need to discuss? Like ways that we can get rid of
I
him?
It was
might.
apparently a private conversation that was hinted at
Yeah.
in no
Yeah.
unsubtle terms.
I have a suggestion, but I need to feel it out first, essentially, with the Giovanni.
Okay.
It's probably going to
I don't
require a favor.
I don't want to leave this thing alone in the house because I don't trust it either. But yeah, I'll wait. I'll wait till Charlotte is has done the oven thing and is headed out the door, and then I'll follow her.
Okay, sure. So he follows you then. The good news is you can see him. So
Yeah.
so you exit and Sean's just like looking around and he's like, okay, that was weird.
You're telling me.
Okay.
Ugh.
That is the ugliest thing I have ever seen.
Okay.
It is not
So,
pleasant.
speaking of which,
Very glad I
I need
couldn't
you
see
to
him.
describe to me exactly what he looks like. The bat wings. What else?
Sunken eyes, kind of grotesque and ghastly looking. I'll describe it the way that Jerome said.
Okay.
Does that mean something to you?
Well,
About who he is?
if it's taking on a form that's similar to forms some of us would take, I'm wondering if it was a slayer.
What does that mean?
Each house had a name, and that name gave us our power, and it allowed us to actually have order within a hierarchy. Every house had its tasks.
Okay, yeah, like a vampire clan kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
In
Okay.
a manner, generally, yes.
Okay.
So the Slayers, well, originally they were the Halaku, the name of the celestial house they were a part of. Those that joined in the War of Wrath were known as Slayers. Think of the idea of the Grim Reaper, what the Grim Reaper does, what it's supposed to do,
Collect souls.
and causes death.
Mm-hmm.
That's more or less what they do. Oh, and a fun fact, the makers of the Shadowlands. So,
What?
How long has he been here? This particular entity. Do we know?
it's sounding like he's been here for a while. If he knows the goings on of the family, what they were doing.
So did he
Wait, but
cause the death then of
He said that
Elijah?
he said that he came here during the night of the red moon.
Right. And so that's another thing we need to talk about. That's extraordinarily bad. I did not know that was going on.
You can feel
background.
the shift.
Right. So to explain why that's a problem. Well, the Fallen lost the war. Surprise, surprise. And we were all banished to a place we refer to as the Abyss. There was supposed to be no escape from this place. That was supposed to be our prison, seemingly for eternity.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point, relatively recently, something happened.
Well,
And a crack formed within it. Not a literal crack, but it's close enough to explain what I'm trying to get at. It allowed some of us to escape.
Is that where Tom came from?
Yes, that's where everyone like me technically comes from. Now,
Oh.
here's the main problem here. just because we literally left the abyss doesn't mean, oh, that was it, we're free. We were bound to it. So even trying to exit, even trying to approach Earth, the mortal realm, and what have you, the abyss is constantly pulling at you, and it takes an incredible amount of effort to stay here, which is why when we first escape and try to come here, we need, or at least needed, to find a host that
But he doesn't
anchors
need
us
one.
here. Right. That's
So
not
that
happening
means
anymore.
that veil is thinner now, so he doesn't require those same restrictions.
Right. Which means that's probably going to keep happening. And lastly, you know how I was mentioning him trying to find a host? And then he said, no,
He didn't need it.
yeah, well, I was trying to get him to think about it because it puts a kind of filter on us depending on the person we possess. And there's not going to be any filter for something that came from the abyss.
Do you think it's because we didn't close the portals that the other demons came through?
At the church, the one.
No, the ones that were
Dragolay.
the crag. Yes, those.
I don't know. I don't know what this ultimately will mean, but it's not good, and it will make this far more difficult.
Can he be killed?
Oh,
In its current
wow.
form?
That's a question.
I mean,
Yeah, yes.
can he be sent back?
Banished.
I mean, I don't want to get too personal, Sly. You're a good friend and an ally, and I understand, house secrets, but can we send him back? Can we get him to go away and not hurt more people?
Think about this. You now know where he was from, and yet he's here now. So if you send him back, what will
He'll just
inevitably
come back.
happen? There
Come
you
back.
go. Yep.
Well, I was mentioning a moment ago to Sly that I deal with Giovanni. Like I work in their garage, and they deal with afterlife and ghosts and race and all that stuff. I don't know if they deal with demons. However, I did overhear at one point that there was this house that they were just kind of having kind of like the problem child, Um, and I wonder if maybe that if he's wanting things to torture or just be occupied, so he's occupied. Maybe I could potentially work out sending him there. Maybe the Giovanni could deal with him, but I'll tell you that'll probably mean that I've got to, I don't know, call in a favor at this point. I'm not really in good graces, I don't think, because of all the stuff that happened with the event. But
What's the likelihood they would say yes to your request, given what this
if I
is?
granted them a favor, pretty darn likely. But no offense, is it worth it? I mean, what is this guy to me? This demon to me? Like, do I owe a favor to the Giovanni? And I know you don't understand maybe the context of that, but I'm hoping that my means that it will be something if I have to owe them something. Okay,
I love that
is
description.
it worth it? Do I call in this favor in a way? Not even a favor. I am going to owe a favor.
Jerome, with 2 in kindred lore, would I understand their perspective on infernalism?
I'll give you a
Well,
roll. Difficulty 6.
we know that
Intelligence
our
and kindred lore.
We know our contact with the Camarilla definitely doesn't like them.
Yeah, that's a no-go.
Okay.
Lillian.
Dang.
Um, I don't know.
I don't want to involve the Giovanni if I can help it, but I mean, I don't know how else to get rid of this thing. Like,
you-
I don't know of any other houses.
Do you think the Giovanni can get rid of demons?
I
Sly,
I
do you
don't
have
know.
any suggestions, as he is, in a way, your brother, correct?
We were all made by the same creator. We're all siblings. So, there is only one way that I know of that we become permanently destroyed. And that would require one of us consuming the other one.
Oh boy.
You consuming him.
His energies would be dispelled. He would no longer be him, and they would be integrated with me. And he
I
How
would
don't
does
know
that
what
become.
that
even
means.
work? Like,
Both Joe and Petra
Do
would
you
know
really
what that
want me
is,
to?
essentially.
It's very complicated, but
What's that, Jerome?
I said both Petra and Joe would know essentially what that is from a vampire perspective.
oh, that kind of consume.
Yes,
Okay.
that's diablerie.
Drain their energy. Yep. All
I
right.
mean, that's kind of what I do too, but in a sense.
I see.
But you would take some of his essence.
to a degree, it depends on how successful I would be. It's not easy, and it's, as you can
I don't.
imagine, a trying thing to do.
I don't think you taking on that kind of literally lifelong shard of something like that is a good idea.
What about Sean?
Well, Sean, what do you think you can do with regard to a demon?
Well, I've often warned my mother about this, but if I place my faith in the creator, it is as such that I know that I can do damage. However, it's not without a cost,
What
which
is your
means
cost?
that most of you couldn't be there.
Could we, the demon that was stuck in the chalice, can you do that, Sean?
Bind him to an object.
I cannot. That
That
is possible, but that's not something that the church has on hand for obvious heretical reasons.
And I would
We're-
say, don't do that. Don't.
we're
Do not do that.
and we're not completely sure that was a successful maneuver anyway.
And while you guys are talking, you can hear the sounds of somebody consuming something on the inside, like just eating very loudly.
Yeah.
Gross. Charlotte is like holding her tongue, like, use some manners. But she doesn't say, like, she's like,
I guess Petra wasn't really there for that conversation about a guest, so but Brittany is thinking about what the heck kind of guest they would have, and I'm alarmed. Do we know if he is bound to this location? I don't think my ward affects demons.
And Sean shakes his head. No, it does not.
He's here probably of his own free will. Like
So,
what he was talking about, he had someone or something to play with effectively.
so we have no guarantee that he would just stay here until we come up with a solution.
Right.
Not entirely.
He says the only one you're effectively trapping here is Eli, which I know for the investigation is helpful. But I think when he was talking about becoming a problem, that's what he meant. He's not stuck here. He's only here because the entertainment is here, whatever that means.
Right.
So he's just not going to stop, basically.
So what do we do? I guess I can't just use my sword on this one.
No.
Mm,
I hate to say it. I really do. Because I'm sure I knew him at some point. And he is a brother. But I wonder what I would do if I was in his position, if I never managed to connect with Sly. I would be much different than I am now. Trying to damage him might be the way to go.
Trying to damage him?
Are you willing to?
I don't think you should take on that energy.
You hear some grumbling coming from the house, like somebody's trying to hold their stomach. And then a very loud burp.
You won't be the same.
Right, but if it has to happen, it has to happen.
Does
I'm
it
here for a
though?
reason.
Does it though?
Charlotte goes into the house because she's like grossed out. What do we see?
So Charlotte breaks from the group, goes, walking, forward. Sean's like,
Yeah, I'm gonna follow her.
Okay.
I see her leaving, and I'm gonna.
So Charlotte, you come walking back in, and you see a very he's obese, but he's not morbidly obese. He's almost naked. All he has are just like tidy whities on. He appears to be a little dirty.
So I can see him now.
No, there's a man sitting on the floor, and he is basically attacking the steaks that have only just barely been cooked a little. And he's like hoovering them like he hasn't had a meal in who knows how long. And he's obviously having a hard time with it because they're almost raw. And he's eating fast.
Shar goes over to him to try and stop him.
Okay, so as you approach, you hear na 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 na.
What are you doing?
I'm feeding my guest. He's
I'm
ravenous
looking
with
around
hunger.
I'm looking around for.
Cook them properly. He is not a dog.
He says, "How do you know?"
He's obviously a human.
A dog is not only a term, but a creature. This particular individual suffers from the sin of gluttony. I'm simply giving him what he desires.
It's disgusting. You're torturing him.
I am giving him exactly what it is that he desires.
Sly.
And he's like, "Continue, Charles. Pay no heed to the new people." consume your dinner. And he's like, and it just starts like, he doesn't even have like, utensils or whatnot. He's just like taking his hands and, ripping at it.
Where did Mr. Tidy Whities even come from? What the heck? Does this place have a basement or an attic?
He says, no, I simply summoned him when lunch was ready.
You summoned him? Where was he before?
Somewhere in the forest.
Oh, the forest nearby. You're keeping him in the forest?
Well, not currently. Since you have successfully spooked the neighbors, or I should say the homeowners, I did allow him to sleep on the child's bed.
Ugh.
Although it will need to be washed.
Do you know where Charles came from? Why is he like this? What happened to him?
He says, I told you, he suffers from gluttony. This particular little piggy thought it be appropriate that the rest of his family should go hungry. So I'm giving him what he desires. His family was a single income family. He made all of the money. Thanks to the government, not because he has a worker's soul. He managed to trick the government, and you could see like something almost like pat his head as he's trying to consume the steak. He managed to fool them into some sort of back injury, so now he's listed as 90% disabled. And you hear a little bit of a disabled indeed.
He didn't deserve this.
Of course he did. There are 4 other members of his family that suffer because he withholds the money.
We could have talked to him. Could have inspired him to be more.
Why
Instead
would
of
I do
punishing
such a
him.
thing?
Sure, I understand where you're coming from. Why would you do such a thing?
So have you
Well.
decided? I could sweeten the pot, should you be interested, and the location is suitable enough for my needs. And he says, one moment. Charles, you're being a bit of a mess. Would you take this into the bathroom, please? The adults need to speak. And so he like scoops up the tray was probably hot at one point in time. Now it's just kind of warm, but it's not like going to burn him. And so he just takes it and he scurries off down the hall.
Well,
Charlotte is just disgusted and like not sure what to do. Like she just wants to banish the thing and be done with him.
I'm not willing to help you, Wolf. I'm sorry. You're seeing what you've done and knowing what we are, who we are. You'll never change. And then he turns to Sean and goes, do what you need to do. And he turns and then starts walking out of the house.
Okay. So you turn to walk out of the house, and Sean at this point draws his cross and immediately shouts a rebuke in Latin. uh, let's see. Not Petra, and not Charlotte, but Sly and Joe.
Mhm.
Would
You-
Joe still be affected given what she is now?
mhm.
Huh.
Neither of you have anything up that withstands aggravated damage, correct? As of this moment.
Uh,
No.
I mean, I have an extra health level, but no.
That'll obviously that'll help. That'll absorb some
You-
damage.
You should skedaddle.
So at that, well,
I
that's
don't know what's happening.
that's
So
that's why Sean was worried because
He
true
should have waited a few seconds for them to reach the door.
because true faith is not a targeted attack. It is basically the creator going with faith in a radius effect. And essentially anything that could be
yeah, a heads
affected
up would have been
would be.
nice. I could have left.
Yeah. Okay. So,
So
Petra's gonna push Joe towards the door.
so Sly and Joe immediately take 2 points of aggravated damage,
Okay.
and the others are clearly trying to push you out, and you hear Wolf hiss at this point, and he says he shouts something to the effect of like for your rebuke I will make certain that your houses are left sundered. And he's still rebuking him at this point, and you can audibly hear the screams of the pain at that point, and the growling and whatnot until it's quieted down.
What do I see, Jerome?
Oh yeah, you still saw him. So I mean, the rebuke was, I mean, it's you don't have to be on the same plane of existence for true faith to work in that way. So
Joe's walking in the house like, oh, hot.
I mean, he literally held his cross up, and through the force of his will and belief in the Creator, forcibly damaged him until he got retreated and ran away.
Okay,
from
so
the
he
pain.
didn't like shrivel and burst into bits or anything.
No. He fled.
He didn't
Okay.
shrink like a potato and then explode like one.
Potate.
Okay. Well, he's gone. Someone want to deal with the gourmand?
I think we should
I'm gonna
also
see if I
try
can-
and talk to Eli and get him out.
Yeah. Okay. Are you two okay?
Yeah. She's kind of like shaking her hands. Well, that's been that's a first.
They both effectively look on the danger side of sunburn. Like they stayed out too long. They're a bit shiny. They got that kind of plastic look to their skin. It's a little red, sort of thing, but not like, third, fourth, degree burn sort of thing. Like it's very, very painful sunburn.
I haven't had a sunburn in a long time, but this sure feels like what I remember as a kid.
I can perhaps do something about that later.
Nah. It's
Uh,
nothing. Aloe won't hurt or won't,
I have some sun balm. If that helps. A spiritual sanctity creator burn. Eli, are you still there?
Roll again.
Okay. I will use another second.
Remember, if you didn't use your bolster before,
Oh, I
because
will
I
use
forgot
that
to
to
use.
just.
I mean, I haven't really.
It was 3 or
logged in for a
4.
bit.
3.
3.
Three.
3.
Jinx.
40.
How many is that?
That's not even a real word.
1, 2,
Hmm.
5,
3, sir.
3.
And you wager $11 billion. That's not even a real metric.
That is 7 successes.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Okay, so you get the feeling that there's another presence nearby.
Eli, can you talk to me?
So the faucet starts to turn on.
Does it
Comes.
steam up? Okay.
Yeah, it's heating up to get to the point of steam.
Do you wish to leave this plane? She's trying to be cordial.
I know, I'm looking at his character sheet.
Mm.
I'm looking through my notes and I'm like, yeah, I don't need the dating Bastion profile. Where did I put that? Is it here? I just had a duck on it. Well, shoot, that blows. How did I hold on. That's not it. Okay, no, that's not it either. It couldn't have been this one, could it? No, that's not it. That's the other. Shoot. Ah. Okay. Let me see. And so, what did you ask him again?
If he wishes to stay on this plane, like stay here instead of like going to the Shadow Realm or, you know.
Why don't you give me a charisma and expression check?
Okay.
Difficulty 6.
Charisma and expression. Okay. I should have saved my roll for this.
Well, technically it's supposed to be the next roll you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Oh, sorry.
forgot about that.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
you're fine.
Yeah.
It was just an oopsie.
2 successes.
Okay. You see in the steam, his finger ends up writing, "It comes, no escape."
You must be talking about Wolf.
So obviously it has to wait until there's more steam and it
Mm.
fogs back up, and then you see it. You see him write no.
What comes?
And he again, a delay because it's got to wait for the
Yeah.
steam to rise back up again. But he ends up writing, and he has to go small because his canvas area is just a little bit of a window. But he ends up scrawling with his finger, "Ashen Tabernacle."
Ashen Tabernacle. Does that mean anything to anybody?
Well, Christian lore. Ashes to ashes. Could he mean a body of some kind? I'm not very good at Christian lore. Sean, does that mean anything?
I mean, he shakes his head. The idea of a tabernacle might mean a church. I've never heard of anything called the Ashen Tabernacle.
Neither have I.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Mm-mm.
What is an ashen tabernacle? Why can't you leave?
There's a little bit. There's the steam rises back up again, and Eli ends up writing, "Was safe, now not." And then the faucet turns off.
Is he talking about something within the spirit realm, the Shadowlands? Something there is coming to get him or keeps him here? Doesn't make sense.
So Sean says, "Well, didn't Wolf mention that he had something to sweeten the pot with? What if Wolf, in some weird sort of way, was kind of protecting Eli?"
From something even worse than him.
Right.
Well, maybe, but
Like, maybe he saw, he did seem kind of possessive of Eli. Maybe he saw him like property or something. And that was
Like-
why he was protected. And he says, now I'm thinking this out loud, that is kind of plantation like, and we're not far away from an old plantation, so I guess it kind of checks. I don't know if it's tied, but that makes sense.
I don't understand why we can't send him on ahead or forward where he needs to get.
His soul can rest, or
We need somebody who knows spirits like him.
Who knows what?
Spirits.
Oh,
I mean, I just know like Giovanni like know spirits and stuff. That's why I suggested it earlier. But I mean, I don't.
well, Cass has been being tortured by spirits non-stop lately, hasn't she? That's why she's not been around.
No,
we need someone who knows spirits, not somebody who's simply being attacked by them. That's not her specialty.
Well, no,
Forgive the ignorant layperson here, but what's a Giovanni?
Apparently, a type of vampire. That's been my
Mm.
guess, but I don't know
the
more
type
than
of
that.
yeah, basically. It's a faction within the vampiric community in a way.
They have some kind of a necromancy thing.
Yeah, they deal a lot with that kind of stuff.
There are a lot of rumors about them, but I don't really know.
Most of them are probably
what
true.
all is true. Oh, great! Oh,
And you haven't run
I've
in.
heard some.
You haven't run
wild
into them
stuff.
before, Mom? I thought vampires were kind of your thing.
I mean,
Really?
I lived among them for a while, a long time ago, but Giovanni. Actually, Jerome, I guess I'll make a roll to see if I knew any Giovanni in New York. I guess they'd probably be in New York, but I don't know how much contact I would have had with them. So, kindred lore. Right? Or not can lore.
Yeah, it'd be kindred lore.
Okay. One six. Oh, I didn't use my. Should I add my 3 dice?
Yeah.
Since clearly we're not using them for other things. Okay, 2 successes.
Oh, here we go. All right. And so, question: when were you? According to your history that we have, when were you in New York?
Like turn of the century, I believe.
I'm pretty sure I gave you some years. I just don't have it pulled up in front of me.
You want me to pull up the actual years?
Yes, please.
Oh, wait. It might be on my sheet. Might be easier. Where is? Oh. 1830s to 1850s.
Oh, perfect. Okay. That's what I was hoping for.
Oh.
You don't know him personally, but you have met Donatello Giovanni.
Was he a turtle?
Close. He was
Very fond of purple.
He was a necromantic turtle.
Vampire turtle.
Yep.
You said I didn't meet him, or I did?
You know of him, Donatello Giovanni.
Do I know much about him?
The only thing you knew at that time is he was someone who was up and coming within his clan. The Camarilla obviously wouldn't have paid them much mind, but he was always a big go-getter. And he forgive the stereotype, was basically the patron over Little Italy.
Okay. Well, when I was with the vampires, there was a Donatello, I think, Giovanni, kind of ran the Little Italy part of New York. I never actually met him, but he was kind of making a name for himself. But yeah, that's all I really know.
Okay.
Would I I don't think I've had a whole lot of contact with them since then, so I wouldn't have heard what they've become as far as like the mafia stereotype kind of thing. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Big Italian presence.
Well, would we
I
have any
don't know how
access
helpful that
to?
is.
Right, exactly.
I mean, we could try and ask Lillian. Maybe she. Wait, Joe, you said you know Giovanni here, right?
Yeah, I mean, I technically I work for them. I mean, the garage, and stuff. And I still have, I still obviously have contact with them, but yeah, I mean, that's why I was wondering, like, I could ask.
Yeah, if they can just answer some questions for you.
Yeah, I mean, what do you have a specific ones? I mean,
Well, first, what's the Ashen Tabernacle? If they know what that is.
Ashen or Ashland?
Ashen,
Ashen.
Ashen.
Okay. Tabernacle. I don't even know how to spell that. I'm just gonna guess. Okay. Okay. Anything else? I mean, if I'm gonna go to them, might as well make it worth it.
I mean, see if they can help us
Deal with the demon
put
problem.
put Mr. Eli to rest.
Oh, the wraith.
Right.
He's the wraith, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I know that they deal with wraiths a lot. I don't know what they do with them. They hold them. I don't even know. Okay. So the Ashen Tabernacle, the wraith.
Because we're just trying to have him move on. I mean, ultimately, that's
Move
we
on, or
actually need to
just give
do.
them to somebody else to deal with. I mean,
Move
frankly,
on.
right?
I mean, ideally, move
They-
on.
Like, you guys want an empty house. I get it.
If we can, I mean, it sounds like he's not had a good time here either, and I don't think he particularly deserves to suffer at anyone else's hands. I think, leave that to God. Just get him back on the path where he needs to be.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, like, even asking some semblance of information from this particular grouping of people is going to cost a price. But, if it's in the interest of, like, the greater good, I mean, I'll do it. But just so you know, if I have to owe a favor for this, I'm roping you all into it.
Seems
Just
reasonable.
answering a couple of questions is
Oh,
going to
yeah,
have you all favor.
Information
I mean,
is a favor,
that
frankly.
That is
But,
kind of
I
how
have worked for
vampires
them for a
work.
long time. Maybe they'll just give me this in the interest that I'm following their own passions in a way. But, I don't know till I ask. So, let me give it a go. I'm
I mean,
just
maybe they
warning you
could.
that you guys might have to owe something with me.
Maybe they
It's the
could
way it
come and
is.
I don't help him move on here, or I don't
No,
know.
I mean, I don't know. Either I'm going to ask for information or I'm going to ask for help. Do you want me to ask for information first?
Ask information. See how
Okay.
much it's going to
Sure.
cost you. Then let us know.
Okay.
We'll see if it's worth it.
Okay. We'll go from there then.
So you guys are outside at this point, and you're going to make a call to set up an appointment. Then I take it.
Sure.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. Were you talking about me?
Yes, I'm talking
to
about you.
Giovanni.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I will leave outside, and I guess I'll call my boss. But I don't know who my main contact is. What's his name?
Stephen Milner.
Milner. The M name. I'm telling you, Milner.
Yep.
I'll reach out to Milner.
Okay. So so at that point, somebody picks up, probably a secretary or somebody,
Okay. Hey, Joanne. This is it's Joe. If you have a moment, can you please let Mr. Milner know I'd like to talk to him and ask him some questions, for informational purposes, of course.
Oh, sure. Do you have a particular time that you are needing?
Any time is good for me. I'm at his convenience.
And is this sort of a 911 sort of emergency sort of thing, or is this just a passing visit?
Um, Not a 911 or a passing visit, kind of somewhere in between. Like the sooner the better. Um, I'm just letting him know I'm needing some information about some wraiths.
Okay, so she, quiets down. She says, "Oh, we don't talk about the phone."
Oh, sorry, it's my first time.
I get it. It's your first day. I hear it all the time.
Well, I'll know this going forward, so thank you, and I'll be here for the next few hours.
He's not going to come to you.
No,
I'll
I
I'll
know.
let you know
I,
when there's
I
an
mean,
opportunity available.
yeah. I'm just saying, man, I'll be free for the next few hours.
Oh, sure.
Okay. Appreciate you. And then she'll hang up.
Okay.
I left a message, as you can tell. Shouldn't have said were wraiths, apparently. But, I'll, as soon as I hear back, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Do you know of a Donatello Giovanni? I wonder if he's still around.
Have I
Yeah.
heard that he
Yeah.
was part of any sort of vampiric community?
I mean, there's a lot of people out there. Unfortunately, you've never been up
There's
to New York, so you have no idea.
speculation.
I mean, sometimes they move
No,
around.
just Jersey.
Oh, fair. Just curious.
So
Nope.
at that point, now I know Rachel has to go here in about 15 minutes. So let me speed this up real quick, scene wise, specifically for her, since it's hinging on her. You end up that evening. You end up getting a location, just a location text to you, and that you need to be there in 15.
I just let them know, hey, I got a lead. I can't take y'all with me, but I'll follow up back up with you. Maybe I'll have some information.
Be safe.
I trust him.
So you drive. After that, you end up leaving your place and driving to the location. It's in public, but it happens to be one of the. It happens to be a bar that the family owns, and they use it specifically in case anybody is, trying to set them up for something, or they need to blend in or whatnot.
Yeah,
So,
fair enough. Is this the first time I've been here, or this probably can't be the first time?
No.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it. Okay.
Most of the family knows, but the other reason why you know of it obviously is because it's family run. It tends to be safer from, just back when you were a vampire. Random vampires generally don't come in there. They screen for that sort of thing, and if you're not family or associated, like vampire wise, you don't get in.
Okay, gotcha. Cool beans. Cool. So I'll find him at whatever back booth he's in.
Yep. So, I mean, he's there. He's got a couple people with him. Motions for you to take a seat.
Yeah.
And he says, so we obviously have a couple of things to discuss here, Joe.
Yeah.
Given some of the changes, but let's get to your thing first, whatever that is.
Well, yeah. So obviously a lot of stuff's been going on. Some things have changed. Some things have crept out of some woodworks that I've noticed. Right now, more specifically, trying to get rid of a wraith in a house, and I don't know how to do that. And I defer to your guys' expertise, or is there, frankly, I would just appreciate some information as to how I can expel this, or potentially ask your assistance in that.
He says, well, first of all, it's good that you don't know. That would cross some lines if you did.
Fair enough. Yeah, I get that.
And if you do happen to know of a wraith, we would be happy to look into that and perhaps give you a little bit of a finder's fee for that.
Well,
depending
ideally,
upon the
we
circumstances.
wanted to just basically be gone from the location. Like, we're just trying to cleanse it.
That can be done.
What would that involve? I mean, I worked for you guys for years, and no issues, and
A
we'll
phone call.
continue to do so.
It's just a phone call. Do you have any property or anything that may have been important to the departed?
We have the skillet that was used to, we believe, do him in.
Murder weapon.
Yes.
Okay. And you don't have this on your person?
No, but it's easily accessible.
Right, well,
I can go in and get it. It might take me a few minutes, but yeah.
Okay. So that was the big ask?
I try not to ask if I can help it. I try to make it mean it. Make it worth it. And to me, this is worth it. To an extent, she says under her breath.
He says,
but yeah. Unfortunately, we just simply don't have the capacity to do it. But I know you all are more than capable. What would be the cost?
I'm giving you something. I just need the murder weapon.
Oh, sorry. I thought I had to pay for this. There's always a cost involved.
No, you're giving us something. No, that's why I said finder's fee. I'll be happy to take
Oh,
it.
you want the race. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I can go get it, and if this is what it's the price, then okay. The only thing I just ask is that, basically once it's gone, like the house is, it doesn't, like, it's just, you're not taking over the house, right? You're just taking the wraith.
No, yeah, we're just taking the deceased and
Okay.
transporting them elsewhere.
Okay. Transporting them elsewhere. Where is that?
That's above your pay grade, but when the light is green, the trap is
Okay.
clean. How's that?
Gosh. Like, Rachel internally is having, like, I know what's going to happen to this poor ghost. I know what's going to happen to him, but does it matter as long as the house is clear? That's that morally gray area. Okay. Sorry.
Is she
All right.
suspicious yet?
I'm 100. Can I roll an insight check? I mean, because I feel like I'm meta in that. Like, I kind of know what the Giovanni are probably going to do with that, and I don't want to be like that. So can I roll to see if I pick up on? Wait a minute. Historically, these guys are like, do something with these guys.
No, because you would never have gotten that in depth with them. That's a
Okay, that's fair.
that's a
So then
private
I would
thing.
think this is an okay deal. So, you know what?
found something. They're
I
willing
found
to
a
pay you for it.
solution.
and there you go.
They're willing to take the wraith off our hands and leave the house to them. I think that's a good deal.
Or to put it in your terms, you found a wreck. They have a wrecker. They give you a little bit of money for it and take it away.
There we go. Okay, so I'm going to justify it that way and be like, okay, yeah. You know what? Let me go get the frying pan. Is there a time or a place that I should meet you with this? And well, I know the place, but I mean time.
He says we can get this taken care of tonight if it's if you have everything.
Yeah. I think that'll probably work out, but I do have just like one quick question. Have you ever heard of anything called an Ashen Tabernacle?
Is that some sort of new Pentecostal singing group?
Can I roll an insight to see if he's just messing with me?
No, you can roll.
It sounds like there's no point.
You can roll perception and subterfuge if you think he's lying.
I feel like he would lie to me about this, but I don't know anymore. I'm gonna choose to believe him.
Okay.
And say that he doesn't know. Okay. You know what? I can see by the look on your face that, yeah, you don't know on that. But you know what? Give me can you give me an hour and then I'll meet you at this location and I'll write down the house on a napkin or the location of it.
All right. He says sure.
Greatly appreciate it. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
I know we have other stuff to talk about, and I'm more than happy to meet you, but do you think we'd take care of this now and then we'll address other stuff?
It's going to require more time.
For you and I to talk outside of this incident?
Right.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I kind of expected that at some point. Okay. Well, thank you. And I'll see you in an hour.
Okay. And that's where we'll go ahead and stop for tonight. It's right at 2.5 hours. And Rachel's got to go. So let's go ahead and do RP votes real quick. Starting off with Dale.
Gonna go with Rachel. Just passing off our dear friend Elijah Barnum to Wraith Hell.
Giovanni.
Well, he did abuse his children, so
that's a good point. Yeah.
Okay, Abby.
I'm gonna go with Dale.
Okay. Brittany.
I was gonna go with Abby.
Okay. And Rachel.
I gotta go with Dale. I really enjoyed the earlier interactions and stuff as far as like him and his character history and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. The angel lore was really cool.
I was impressed that he turned him down.
Yeah.
I was not sure which way that was going to go.
All right. So Dale wins the RP vote.
Thank you,
so go ahead and put down 2 bits on your character sheet there and get that noted in the notes. Thank you guys all for the game tonight. And so going forward from this point, the Eli is no longer home. He has gone to the Spectral Retirement Home managed by the Giovanni.
He's in a better place.
I mean,
well, he's in a different place.
The end result is what you wanted.
He's definitely in a different place.
That was the price. We gave him a raise.
Oh, boy.
But yes. Oh, and Joe, and you can divvy this up how you want. Stephen Milliner gives you 10K for that.
Oh,
that's blood money. Or
okay.
money.
So NOS has suddenly found its main source of income, I think.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I'm not going to rat out every ghost and wraith I see to the Giovanni. Jesus.
For 10K, yeah, we will.
I I mean, I'm gonna
Could've done
take
it for
half of
half
that
that,
for
you get it.
myself, and then divvy up the rest to everybody else because I had to take a hit on that.
Sure,
They don't know that,
that's
but
fine.
I had to call in a favor.
But
Alright.
I do like the idea of like everybody was all torn, like, oh, what do we do about this wraith? And then and it's like that meme. At one point, they're like, what do we do about the wraith? And all of a sudden, the 10K comes in.
Yeah.
That's great. I mean,
Lucrative.
Well, we don't know any better. It's like that
I
time in
don't know
D&D
any
when
better.
we-
Yeah,
Right.
I
when
just
we,
work for them,
when
doing
we
odd
helped some
jobs.
people build a temple to Tiamat.
Oh, in D&D, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So our next game is tomorrow
Yeah.
night. It's our superhero game starting at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So tune in for that. And then next week, on the 23rd of July, we have Survivor's Dawn. So we'll be kicking that back off, finding out just what's going on and if a rescue mission is to be attempted. Bum, bum, bum. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you for the raid, for those earlier on and chatting with us. And I hope you guys have a good night. Good night, guys.
Bye.
No.